Arctic Wolf releasing its new human risk report today, the survey analyzing cybersecurity risks within companies. But what other threats are out there? Well, joining us now for a full view of the cybersecurity landscape is Arctic Wolf CEO Nick Schneider. Nick, it is great to have you back on the show. I want to start high level, Nick. Always interested to get your thoughts on this because you have an economy that seems to be in decent shape. Against that economy, against that macro, Nick, how does spending on security just kind of generally look to you right now?
Yeah, I think cybersecurity is one of those industries or trends in the marketplace that will continue to get a lot of attention, both in the public markets, but also within individual organizations. So I see increasing spend, ongoing expansion of resources for cybersecurity threats. And I think that's a result of both organizations wanting to make sure that they're protected, but also an ever-changing landscape within the cybersecurity market.
I want to talk about the election, Nick. We're only a few weeks out now. How, as a security professional, are you thinking about that event?
Yeah, I think it's an event that sparks a lot of interest from bad actors, and there's certainly opportunity to leverage a bunch of additional venues for bad actors to spread disinformation, to leverage that disinformation or new techniques or avenues for spreading that information to allow individual consumers to do things that they might not otherwise do because of the emotion or the importance of the election itself. And I think we're starting to see some of those trends play themselves out with bad actors leveraging, AI for phishing campaigns or leveraging AI for disinformation, leveraging AI to get content out to individuals. And that content is not only showing up on folks' individual or personal devices, but also, internally to their overall organizations, as they sometimes use the same devices at work as they do at home.
And these bad actors you talk about, Nick, I mean, who broadly are we referring to? Is it criminal gangs? Is it rogue states?
Yeah, in the case of the election, I think, unfortunately, we're dealing with both nation states, but also criminal gangs. And I think at some level, we're also dealing with individuals. So it could be coming from effectively any source. I think during an election year or any time there's an event that has significant interest in the public sphere, you're going to get increased interest and increased activity from the bad actors, both against businesses, but also against individuals. And kind of where those two meet or intersect is also additional risk to individual organizations.
And how has Arctic Wolf, Nick, been involved here in defending against this?
Yeah, so we're a cybersecurity company. We specialize in security operations, and really our goal is to bring the outcomes that you'd expect of a security operation to our customers in a centralized way. And at its core, what I think organizations are looking to do is to ensure that they're protected from threats, to make sure that they understand potential vulnerabilities, that their people are trained, and that they have a plan for incident response. And all of those things are items or outcomes that Arctic Wolf delivers, and we do that on a centralized cloud-native platform for our customers.
And I always like to get your take on this mega trend of AI, how it's evolving. How is it continuing to sort of impact your industry, Nick, both offensively and defensively?
Yeah, it's certainly a trend that's very popular in technology overall. I think in cybersecurity, there's an interesting intersection between its ability to increase the effectiveness of the bad actors by giving them new techniques and new methods to leverage those techniques with or against an organization or an individual. I think on the positive side, cybersecurity companies, Arctic Wolf included, have been leveraging AI to ensure that we're improving our efficiency, improving the effectiveness of our solutions, giving customers an additional avenue to ask questions or further understand individual threats. And I think kind of the marriage or the back and forth of the proactive and defensive mechanisms with AI will continue to persist in cybersecurity, frankly, for the rest of the time that we're fighting these bad actors, which I think will be forever at some level.
Nick, a company, of course, we talk a lot about is OpenAI, the company behind GPT. Do you see threat actors, bad actors, leveraging that?
Yeah, there's been reports that have come out from OpenAI themselves saying that they've found bad actors leveraging their technology, and they're leveraging it in ways that I think you would expect. It's a very easy mechanism to be able to write content or produce content that might not be factually accurate, to get that content out in a material way. And then we've also seen bad actors leveraging that technology to do things in a more sophisticated manner, to sequence certain types of events or certain activities that might help with or make, phishing campaigns or other, targeted attacks more effective.
So what do we do about that, Nick? How do we defend against that?
Yeah, I mean, the best thing you can do is start with the basics. So MFA, make sure your humans are trained. We just came out with this human risk report, which stated that 80% of IT leaders feel that they're protected, yet over 2/3 of them have clicked on a phishing link themselves. So just being aware of your environment, being aware of the situation that we have at hand and what's happening kind of within the overall landscape of cybersecurity is really important. And then make sure that you have, the core components of a security operation addressed: the ability to detect and respond, the ability to understand your vulnerabilities, the ability to train your people, and have an incident response plan. And I think if you can do those kind of blocking and tackling, make sure your people are trained and understand the landscape, and then have a security operation to protect your business, you'll be in pretty good shape.
Nick, always great to catch up and have you on the show. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.